Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic with me, Mangy Panda. So, if you remember in our last episode, we brought our first citizens into the Republic. We have survived our first winter with citizens. So, what's been happening over that winter? Let's take a look. So, we've got several more of the housing completed. All right, so we've got brought in a few more citizens right there. We've got room for people to expand and grow. Started planning some of the the housing over here. Went ahead and built the police station, courthouse, and prison. They're all shut down right now. None of them are running. Went ahead and put in a fuel station over here so that like our technical service office can just refuel there. And also I put this construction office here. And this construction office, it's going to be the reconstruction office for this town. But what we're going to use it for temporarily is to move some things away from the border that don't need to be at the border. So primarily, we're going to move road crew out here. Okay. So we're going to get them all moving out there. And we better make sure we get this set up, right? All right, so first off, you are going to be 300 meters. We're going to clear your list, and you are only looking for roads, footpaths, and factory connections. And one of the things we're going to do with this is we're starting to get far enough away that having bulldozers and stuff drive out there it isn't effective anymore. Okay, they spend too much time driving on these roads. They're too slow to get out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. All right, we're going to tell you you're going to get gravel from here, asphalt from here, and that's all I'm going to assign them. And the reason for that is we're going to check this box right here: deliver mechanisms only with trucks. What that means is all the slow driving things that get parked in here. So asphalt pavers, rollers, bulldozers, excavators, that kind of stuff, they won't drive anywhere. You have to get open hole trucks to haul them to different places. So I don't want these open hole trucks going to pick up steel and prefabs and bricks and boards. I want them available here to be able to drive these guys around. All right, so we're going to go in here. We're going to buy new vehicles. We're going to go to open hole. We're just still going to get the biggest ones we can, and we're going to get just 2 of them. That's really all we need. But it'll make construction of roads and upgrading them with asphalt stuff much faster because, I mean, you look at this guy right here, he's going a blazing 19 kilometers an hour. All right, where's one of our bulldozers? He's flying at 19 kilometers an hour too, and they back up traffic. Like, things will come up behind them and get stuck. Yeah, they can eventually pass, but lots of times they're just backing up traffic. So it's easier just to have them right there. And they're right next to the fuel station, so they can drive around here, get some fuel, and come back. And like I said, eventually we will turn this into the reconstruction office for this city, and that's basically all it will do is handle reconstruction projects as they come up. Okay, but that frees up this free construction office. So we're going to turn it off roads, footpaths, and factories. We're going to clear everything. Yes. We're going to leave the auto search on, and this time we're going to give it all the rest of the stuff that it can do. Okay, it's just not going to do those. And we're going to move this guy over here. We're going to take this guy and move him into here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to turn deliver mechanisms on with truck only. Okay, so he will take the excavators out to where they need to go. All right, but Really don't want one truck for 3 excavators. One truck for 2 excavators, that's all right, but not for 3. So we're going to come over here and we're going to buy another open haul right there, and we're going to check the same thing there. So now when the excavators need to go out to work, they're going to be hauled out there by the trucks, and they're not going to drive out there this slowly on their own. All right, so we got that done. He's in there, so we've got room for do we want to put anything else in there right now? Probably not. We'll probably leave that like that for right now. Okay. So all that's going on. I was also started upgrading some of the footpaths into asphalt just to give us some extra walking distance. We'll eventually get everything upgraded that way. But we need to come out here and we need to finish setting up our industrial area. Okay, so we've got the fabric factories built, clothing factories built, first one. Right now, they're both shut off. There's nobody working at either one. And these are turned on. Let's get these up to high priorities. We get some people out here doing these factory connections. We'll get the other factory connections going once these are done, but we need to get those done first so that we can use this warehouse. Now, one of the things, if you come in here to clothing and we go to the fabric factory, you will see that the fabric factory requires water to operate, okay? It also requires a little bit of chemicals. So, but when you look at the fabric factory, you see it's got 2 sewage discharges and 2 water intakes. So you actually have to hook up, well, or you have them serviced by truck. You need to hook up water and sewage to this. So that does not cover the drinking water for the people working it. That's just what's needed to make the fabric. All right. So, but we know, and we'll go back here and look. So it uses 11 cubic meters of water. So not that much a day. So what we can do is we can come in here. Oh, I forgot to show you. Go back. And if you look, it says a required water quality of 85%. So it's not drinking water. It doesn't have to be crystal clear. So if we go in and we build a small water well, if we bring it we'll bring it over here. That's 84%, 89, 91, 91%. So that is more than enough for what this factory needs. And it's only going to use 11 cubic meters. This produces 70 cubic meters. Okay, so then we just need a small water pumping station, because again, we're only hauling who we're outside of electrical. And I'm going to need to move him. All right, 89%. That'll work. We're only moving 11 cubic meters of water a day. That's all we need to move through here. So a small pumping station is more than adequate for that. And same thing for a small pipe. I know I say always build the big pipes, but this, we know that it's never going to exceed more than 11 cubic meters, because we're never going to be doing more than that with this pump. So we're just going to go from there into there and go underground, and from there, no, there. Okay. So that's done. So now that has water. All right. Now sewage. Okay. And we still got to hook up all the drinking water and sewage for the workers. All right. And we need to make sure we get this covered too. This is our rail construction office. It's going to have people working there, which I wonder how far. That's 237 meters to there. What is... So if we take a footpath from here to here, through here, over here to here, why are you not? Okay, there we go. You still can't walk there. All right, what if we upgrade that to asphalt? Can you walk there now? No. All right, well, what if we took an asphalt path from here to here to here? All right, well, how far is it if we just go straight? So if we come through here like that, okay, now, all right, so that path, so we're going to need something like that. But we're not going to put that in yet. All right, get rid of that. Nope, nope, just get rid of those. All right, so sewage. So we need to check our heights. Remember, because sewage has to flow downhill. So let's see, if we, over here, we're in the 7s. This is going to be at a 6, 8. Okay, so we're going to want a sewage switch. We're going to plug into here, but we want a sewage switch between that's going to collect probably 2 sewer tanks and this. And right, 5, that's probably going to be, that looks like a perfect spot for it. All right, so sewage switch, and we're at 5.5, so right there. Then we want a sewage tank, so we can put 1 right there. That'll cover all those, and we just need another one that's going to be over here. Like right there. All right. And we're going to run our big sewage pipe. See if we can get under that water. Probably not. Nope. And again, that's why you run sewage first. Okay, so let's get rid of that water pipe. Now we should be able to take our sewage pipe and run it. Where's it above the terrain? I don't know. All right, so if you come out to here. All right, and then you will just go straight into there like that. All right. So now we've got our sewage put in. Let's put our pipe back. You see cross right there. If we just get Q, that'll make us go deeper. So you see now we're at 6 meters. We can lay that pipe in there like that and like that. All right, that's done. We've already got power, so the only thing we have left to do is we need to put in our water substations. All right, so again, like I said, water, sewage have the same area of coverage, so you, generally speaking, you want to run them close to each other. So that way you know you've got good coverage. All right, so we'll put one water in here, and the other water will go over here. And we're going to want to go up to the big lines. Now remember I said you always want to make sure you leave room for expansion. Okay, so that's why we have this switch with 2 open, but also we didn't pull off of these 2 sides of the water tower. So we can still run water out of the water towers to over to here and still leave this open for anything that's going to expand in this direction. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take another water switch. And this one we will put, yeah, right there's good. All right. And we got our big pipe and it's going to come. All right. So we'll go this way to there and then to there. And then we run this pipe. You know what? We can run it. Let's run it along the heating pipes just to keep things kind of nice and tidy. Wait. No. No. That's going to be too many pipes. All right, we want to get rid of that switch. Back up, water switch. So we want the water switch down here where it's closer to our 2 water. So we're running less long pipes. Because otherwise we'd have to run 2 long pipes out this way instead of just 1. So we'll put it someplace. Yeah, that should probably work right there. Right, where's the... Yeah, that'll work just fine. All right, so we're going to put one large pipe there, and this guy here is going to come along this sewer line to there. Q. Okay, we need to back it up just a little bit. That is not. Back up, back up. Just like that. All right, and then this line, we can have that. Why doesn't want to run along the heat pipes? Okay. Well, fine. Now we're going to come out here. No, 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 no. We're going to come off of there, down. Up to there. Along our sewer line. And then that way. Oh, it's the heat. Under the heat lines and into there. Yeah, it's just going to be better just to go straight. All right. Just like that. All right, and make sure we don't have any nodes. I think we're good there. And then we just need to take our sewer and run it just like that. And all that's approved. Let's go ahead and get this all started. Make sure we come back and put the footpaths in where we need them. There we go. And footpaths. So we'll just get you to there, you to there. You will just come to there for right now. Over here. That'll run to there. That'll run into there. And that'll run into there. All right, so we got both tanks switch, both tanks and the switch. All right, so all of that's hooked up. We're good to go on that. Perfect. And make sure group one is all right. So we need to change this. So assign construction modes. All right, so let's go to assign construction offices 3. We no longer want that one associated with the road crews. Okay, it's now going to be associated with the general construction, and instead, this one is going to be our road crew. And back to there. All right, so now we're good to go. We don't need that anymore. Group 1 has all of that goodness to do. You already have, you know what, let's just get, go ahead. We've already got all the materials there. Let's just send our labor force out here. How many people do we have? We've got 66 people. Oh, 13% unemployment. 113 due to no workplace. All right. While we're working on that, we're going to get some of this other stuff turned on. So, police station. First thing we need to do is we want to get some vehicles. Okay, it doesn't matter what you get. We just go. We'll get the cheapest one. Right there. That works. Get 4 of those. And we'll go. Only 8 workers. We'll keep it at 8. We'll go 8. No, not 80. 8 there. And we probably need 5 here because we're not going to get very many prisoners to start with. All right, so once we get this up and running and we get some people over here, you guys should know you can, yep, you can reach there. You can reach there. All right, perfect. What is... Oh. Get that at high priority. Once the police cars get over here and we start responding to some cases, we'll go over how crime and justice works in this game. For right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our rail set up for this area right here so that we can hook up the rail construction office. We can hook up the aggregate unloading station. Get all that done. Let's go ahead and turn that on. So, rails. Let's get rid of our 2 tunnels. Because for right now, we're going to tunnel later, but for right now, we're just going to run them straight across the road. So, now that this guy, we're going to bring him out here like this. And we want to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So we want to be at least here, okay, right there. Get rid of those dots. Go ahead and run this out a little bit farther. We'll figure out what we're doing. All right. So again, we're playing with right-hand drive trains. Okay, so our train is going to come this way. So if it wants to turn and head this way, it's got to turn onto the right-hand track. All right, so just go right there. All right, and same thing. So if a train's coming this way, which would be the right-hand side, okay, so it's coming down this way and it wants to go that way, it's going to turn onto that track. So we're just going to mirror that right there. Okay. Now, if it wants to go this way, it's got to turn onto this right-hand track. So we're going to go 1 dot up and right there. And then we're just going to mirror this. Come on. Really? Or are you being difficult? Don't be difficult. Okay, so you'll go right there. Why won't you? You just don't want to look pretty. That's all it is. You want to look ugly. Fine. Look ugly. I don't care. And just like that, that's our intersection. So no matter which way the train is coming from, it can go any of those other 3 ways. All right. We still got enough room that we can put our tunnel in right here. We've got enough room between here and here to put a tunnel in going this way, which is actually going to tunnel all that way. Do we want to move this over some? We may want to move this over some. Now that I'm looking at this, I think we actually want this track to run here instead. So if we extend this out, where up here, that's, yeah, that should still work. Okay, so come up here. That way, this rail right here remember how I talked about order of operation and you got to put your rail in first? See, look, we can't cross because it's too close to this intersection right here. It's not going to let us go across. Which means we got to tear out this road, run the rail, and put the road back. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, back to this. All right, so we're going to rail, get rid of all of this mess, get rid of all of this, all of that, and let's extend this out farther. Yep, we're good. This. Do I want to go this way or this way? I think we want to come this way. I think we want to bring this rail out like this. Do we have enough? I wonder, do we have enough room? Ooh. Yes, we do. Perfect. Perfect. So we can do, instead of making the trains turn around in here and put crossings in and stuff, we can have this as our return track coming back this way. And then, yeah, that'll work. It'll work just fine. So this is going to right. Okay. And we're going to run just like that. So trains come in, they split off into here, then over here they come out, and there. Just like that. And then they come back out onto the return track and head home. All right, so we have this rail here, which needs to come out. This rail here. You know, lots of times I build two tracks like this. There really isn't a need for it. I'm not sure that I want to do it. All right, so what we want to do, we want to bring So what do we got? Okay, so that's our aggregate storage. Where is the road? Okay, so the road connection for that is right there. Just connect that up. Just get that gravel. Then we don't have to worry about it. All right. So we can run the rail right here. Okay, and then you're going to come like that. You're going to follow him around like that. And do we need to continue on this way? That's a good question. You know, we'll leave that as a possibility. Curve off through here, and away we go. What we'll do is run that guy like that. And then this guy will come across here. That. Let's see, can we get our intersection in here first? All right, so now let's back this up for a second. All right, let's get our intersection in. Right about there to there. Oh, why do you gotta be difficult? Always gotta be difficult. I mean, crossing not allowed. Okay. We probably don't need to go that way, so we're not going to bother put that part in. So now, if we take where do you now? Can we take this one? No, I don't really like that. All right, so let's try this from here to here. You're still gonna. All right, so off of here. Well, it's not the prettiest. We don't have a lot of, how long of a train can we get in there? About 100 meters. All right, so we'll just have to, it's going to be short trains. That's fine. And we just need to get the rail construction yard. Like that. And that. These intersections are kind of close to each other, but that shouldn't be a problem. There's not going to be a lot of activity through here. Most of the activity is going to be on this line. So do we want to do that, or do we want to run it? Starting to second guess this, thinking we might want to run it this way and around and loop back that way. You know what, we'll keep it for right now. We're not building it yet anyway, so. Okay, yeah, that road's done. All right, let's get rid of it. See, now we can put our rail in. No. All right, so I need Prairie Road. That'll work. What we need to do is we need to bulldoze. And yeah, go ahead and get rid of that. Sign demo office, check. All right, while that's going on, let's take a look. Do we have any? All right. Crime and punishment, crime and justice. All right, the way it works, a call will happen somewhere where there's a crime. All right. Police station will dispatch a police cruiser. Do we have any? Are you? All right, so they're all sitting in there. All right, fine. Fast forward, maybe we'll get some action. Police cruiser will go out to the location of the crime. Police department has an area of effect just like everything else. So everything in yellow are the roads that it'll cover. Green are the buildings that it'll work at. Okay, so it can make it out to that far. Once the cruiser arrives at the location of the crime, they'll take the report, and then that report gets instantly transported back to the police station, where it'll appear in this list. You have minor crimes, medium crimes, serious crimes. Oh, hold on before we do anything. Let's pause. Hopefully we don't have, oh, we've already got people in jail. Damn it. Okay. So what you have here is you have the investigation percentage. You have the limitation. So that's the statute of limitations on this particular crime. Okay. If your investigation, it reaches 100% before the limitation does, then the case gets kicked over to the courthouse. Okay. If the statute of limitations hits 100% first, then the person gets away with it. Doesn't matter what the police find out, they get away with it. And the crime goes away and it becomes an unsolved crime. And it'll appear up here. You'll see a list of how many you have, or a number. All right. So the way you speed this up is by having more police officers. The more police officers you have, the faster they work cases. Minor crimes, they work really fast. Medium crimes, a little bit slower. Major or serious crimes, very slowly. Once it gets kicked over here to the courthouse, all right, so perfect, we got one that just started. Your limitation, that carries over from whatever it was at the police station. So the faster the police station solves the crimes and get them to the courthouse, the more likely it is for the court to handle the crime. Okay, the court goes through the same system. It has to go through the trial, and if that hits 100% before the limitation hits 100%, they go to prison. If limitation gets to 100% first, then that person gets away free. Why I was upset that we have people in prison is because our sentences are too long. By default, they're too long. So 1.7 years. No, that needs to be like 0.7 years. All right. I wish I could knock it down to like 0.5, but 0.7 works. All right. 4.1. No, it needs to be 1.6 and 9.9 years. No. We're going to take that down to 3.9. Now, the reason for that is, all right, when somebody gets sent to prison, all right, so we'll pull this guy up right here. All right. So you see he served 0.0 years of a 1.3 year sentence. He has a 2% criminality rating. Okay, so he got convicted of a minor crime. That was it. Our prison right now is going to reduce this criminality rating by 5.5% every 0.2 years. So after 0.2 years, his criminality is at 0. So keeping him in prison, all it's going to do is reduce his loyalty and keeps him from being a productive member of society. Okay. Let's look at this other guy. Not the courthouse, the prison. Let's look at this other guy here. Here. All right, so he's 0.11, and he's serving 0.0 years of a 1.8 year sentence. Okay, so again, after 0.4 years, his criminality will be at 0 because it's going to be dropped by 5.5 every 0.2 years. So after 0.4 years, it'll be at 0. Now, while you can get prison buses, which we will do, and have prisoners picked up and taken to work, there's only certain places where you can send them. They can't go work in the shopping center. They can't work at the pub. They can't work at the swimming pool. They can only work at like industries for the most part. So we'll send them to the heating plant because we just want to make sure it's throw as many people to the heating plant as you possibly can. Because if that shuts down in the middle of winter, you're screwed. Plain and simple. So really, before you turn on your crime and justice, you want to turn down the sentences for all your people. Okay, so they serve their sentence as quickly as possible and get released back into the general public. Because the longer they sit in here, the lower their loyalty is going to become. Then when they come back out, they have a low loyalty, so they're probably going to end up with a low happiness rating, and then that's going to possibly lead them to start committing more crimes. If you set it too low and they get out and they still have a criminality rating, then they are going to continue to complete crimes or commit crimes. And you can see, so like the average criminality of all 358 people in here is 1%. So there's probably like a couple people in here. If we were to go through and look at every single one of them. Oh, there was somebody with 5%. Over here, it's 0, 0, 0, 0. And that could be because you don't have any coverage there. Didn't I? I thought I put a monument over here. I didn't put a monument. We need to get a monument in over here. Right back here looks like a good spot for a monument. Let's go. Do I have an eternal flame? I think I put it, yep, right there. No, that's not the eternal flame. There's my eternal flame. I thought I had one. Okay. So we want Big Lennon. Big Lennon works. When in doubt, go with Lennon. And turn that on. We're ready to go. All right, so unpause. So that is how crime and justice works. We're up to 1,500 people. And if you can look, okay, so nobody is being affected by crime. We did have some people, we had a death of a child. That sucks. Where are we at? 1 death, 1 escape. What was I talking about? Squirrel. I forget. Oh, we did have some people that were being impacted by crime, and that's when I went ahead and turned this on. Really, usually for till you get to about 2,000, 2,500 people, you don't need crime and justice turned on. You don't need these buildings, but it doesn't hurt to have them. All right, so we have no judges. All right, so we need to hire some smart peoples here. There we go. What is that? Okay, so that's... All right, so both our universities up and running. So here, I researched the basic fire technology, but we're going to go in and we're going to research logistics because we want distribution offices. Or actually, yeah, we'll do that. And over here, we're researching the geological department because we want the map to start showing us where like coal and iron and oil's located at. All right, how are we doing over here? We got, all right, so that one's done. This one's almost done. All right, so we can go ahead and let's turn those two on, that one on, that one on. All right, perfect. You guys. So in addition to the heating plant, I want you to go. You can, all right, there and there. And I don't know that you can reach these. Nope, you can't reach those. Can you reach the switch? Where's the switch? Right there. Nope. All right, well, you can work on those two. All right. So anybody extra beyond what it takes to work the heating plant, they're going to go over here, they're going to build the water. So look at them all go. Look at it just flood with people. And of course, we don't have any resources there, but where's, oh, I bet all our resources were getting delivered to here. Yes. All right. High priority. High priority. You need to be a high priority. You need to be high. And that one is actually ready for workers. You can't send people directly from like a bus stop or whatever to like pipes and stuff like that. So we just got to do it the old-fashioned way. Where are we at on here? That one's ready for workers. Perfect. All this stuff turned up. And how are we doing over here? So all of our excavators are out. Good. Over here, everybody's busy. We got the ruler sitting there because he doesn't have anything to do yet. He will shortly. Once. So you finish that. You moved over to here. Heating plant. Oh, let's go ahead and get over here. Buy vehicle. We want prison bus. Total capacity. Works. Oh, that was the other thing. So our people put together all of our water. All right. Right now, water's turned off. We're going to turn on water. But before we do that, we need covered hull. Total capacity. We need to buy a covered hull. Because water takes chemicals. All right. And if our water runs out, that's bad news for our people. So we want to make sure that you can rely on a distribution office, and 90% of the time it will keep you in stock with chemicals. But I would rather just set up a dedicated line for somebody that, all right, first off, we're going to get rid of that. You are going to go here and load chemicals, and you are going to go here and unload chemicals and wait until full unloaded. I would just rather have a truck sitting there as an extra buffer. Okay, it doesn't use a lot of chemicals. Its internal storage is 6 tons, so it's got about 12 days worth of internal storage, but I would rather just have that truck sitting there for that extra little bit of storage. So if you look, he can haul 0.39 tons of chemicals. So it's 50%, almost a little bit more than 50% extra storage there. All right, you guys, we're going to go over to the prison, and you're going to load prisoners. And then you're going to come to the heating plant, and you are going to unload prisoners. And you're going to go. And then you're going to tell all 3 of your friends. Now we're going to go in here, we're going to turn on line spacing, and you're going to go, and you're going to go, and you're going to go. And then you guys will figure it out on your way. All right, so we got that done, that's done. All right, roads. Do we have all the roads planned for this? So you can connect into there. All right, so this footpath, you can go. Yeah, footpath needs to go. All right, so then let's get that all graveled. Turned on. And turn off snapping. You're going to come out like that and then connect to there. Gravel that. Then we're going to take our asphalt footpath. All right, so again, see, it's not going to let me cross right here. But what I can do is I can go, come on. All right, it's just not going to let me do it. All right, fine. We're going to go to there. And is that within walking range? Yes, it is. All right, that'll work. Let's get that approved. Build that, build that, build that. Join those. Rolling along. Oh, you guys are coming over here to finish these up. Perfect. Where are you at? So that sewer line is done. What's this? That one is just ready for workers. Good. All right, that puts us at about the 1 hour mark. I think we'll leave that here for now. Still debating whether or not I like this rail, or if I want to move this rail and come this way. Because I'm going to have a lot of traffic on this rail eventually. I don't know. I'll think about that. But that's it for today. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode.